Oh, now they can hear my beautiful voice. Welcome, guys, to the playoff match between Army, or it's this whole name, and it's a long thing, so I'm just gonna call them Army and Freaks and Beaks. Freaks and Beaks right now, the red team, and I've been able to cast and play against Freaks and Beaks, so I know them pretty well. Although Army, I haven't had the chance to watch before, so I'm interested in watching them. Um, all right, May Sim coming out on the side of Army here, and the new meta. It's gonna be new meta next season when the patch, or not next season, but when the patch drops. The Ryan Orisa coming out for Freaks and Beaks. One of my favorite comps to run. It's actually a lot better than people think. But other than that, everything pretty much seems strictly meta. I don't know if anyone else expected anything different. Everyone loves to play meta here in Revolution games, so as the first high ground is taken, TP comes out and they're gonna be able to TP straight to point. They're giving up the high ground. Oh, nice pull! That brings Pavel down onto the point, and Pavel looks like he's gonna be able to die here. The pull, a really nice pull from Raytheon as Van Beyond is able to take out Beeks, and at this point, Freaks and Beeks is just fighting for a little bit of contest time. Metal is able to kill Snaz, but it's not really going to have much of an effect. Of course, they have a teleporter, and Lucia is one of the fastest heroes, so nothing much going on there. The Pharmacy now coming out. I don't know how I feel about Pharmacy on this map. It's a little congested for the Pharmacy. They have to play all the way back out here to the left side, so you're going to be a lot less accurate. As they're starting to take this fight from the left, Freaks and Beaks starting to take this fight from the left side. Simwall comes in, splitting the point in half. It's gonna halt the push for Freaks and Beaks right now. And out comes Coalescence from Freaks and Beaks, getting in a lot of damage, but the counter Coalescence coming out from Army here. No kills going anywhere. Spork actually takes out Citrica right as I say that. And the Barrage comes out, taking out Koi. Snaz able to take out Meppel, who's trading kills right now. Freaks and Beaks having the slight advantage, and the res turns it completely in their favor. As, again, it's just stall time here. But a really good first hold for US Army. Already coming in with 54%. And a pretty nice ult economy right now, but it does look like Freaks and Beaks are coming up on 5 ults here. The only one they're missing is going to be the Pharah ult. As they start to take this fight from the right side, the wall comes out to the Reaper, but he's able to get out with Rave. Not able to take down Meppel. As Blizzard comes in and a pull into the Blizzard! And that freezes too, and the Bongo comes out just to clean up all the kills. And only the Pharmacy left on point, but it looks like it's going to be a really, really quick retake from Army. A really clean fight, too. Only having to use 2 ults there. And they're still going to have 5 ults, or 4 ults, I mean, to hold this. I don't know very simple math. Numbers confuse me. I'm going to be saying a lot of wrong numbers. An interesting approach coming here. They're going bottom instead of taking the top. I don't think US Army expects it. They don't. As Icewall comes out, splitting the Orisa off, and a Shatter comes in on Raytheon, and the beat doesn't come out in time to save him. But the res does come out, and Death Blossom actually not finding anyone. Everyone's just pressing Q right now. I think I'm pretty sure everyone but Koi pressed Q during that fight. I was not exactly able to keep up with it. They had a unanimous decision to all use their ults at once, but this does give Army an ult advantage here. The Sigma ult, and there's nothing to block it really. So if he's able to get 3 or 4, that could be a really big blow to defense here. Beak actually able to take down Van Beyond, and 2 picked up, but the follow-up damage doesn't look like it's there. Snaz actually in the back line as Lucio. The Sim turret's able to take down Citric, and Beak gets another one with his Fire Strike. Mage taking down Beak though. Meppel able to take down Raytheon, kills him back and forth. but it does look like Freaks and Beaks able to hold on here. Another sim wall coming out here for Mage.
Let's get you back out there.
Already at 90, and this is a must-win fight. Last fight, it's already at 90. They're gonna have to rush to point here. It's gonna be hard to even touch it. Beak actually has a shatter here. See if he can't get a big one. Beak actually getting frozen. Pavel taken down by Koi, or Pavel taking down Koi. Spark taking out Beak, but it looks like on the point that it's going to be... Wait. 2 kills coming out actually for Army, but only the Moira left on point. No one getting frozen. Koi coming on just to stall it out a little bit longer, but it does look like Freaks and Beaks are gonna take this first map. In a rather close match. It was actually a good fight. If just a couple more of their ults would have gone in their favor, I think it could have been a retake by Army, but that's just how Overwatch is. Not every ult can be perfect. The May Blizzard didn't catch anyone in it, and it was just a rough last fight. Everyone dying before really the fight even got started because they had to all rush on point to try and contest it. And Freaks and Beaks actually did a really good job of picking them off as they tried to rush to point. Nothing really changing. Actually, the Sigma Orisa and a Junkrat coming in on the side of Freaks and Beaks. That's the only changes though. Nothing changed on the side of US Army, sticking to their strat here. But I don't know how they're going to contest this far, and okay, and I guess that's just going to happen. Ban Beyond already taken down by Pavel. A quick pick here, and that's just going to make this point really, really hard to hold. But the Sim turrets and the Sim damage are going to help out a lot, but with no one to contest this far, really, I think that's what's going to end up killing them here. And just damage raining in from the far from behind, the Junkrat in the front, and there's just nothing they can do about any of that. And a quick first take as Ban Beyond. Oh, he's going McCree now, and Mage switches to the Reaper here. Finally switching off the Sim and the May, which obviously wasn't going to work against this comp. But Pavel's already closing in on his first barrage of the game at 98%. Meppel actually has his ult already. And if he's able to set it up right, this could be a really, really big pick. Or a big tire, not a big pick. My bad. Reaper getting rocked, and out comes the tire. Able to find the McCree, but other than that, no other picks coming in. Meppel able to take down Rathion as well. And at this point, Army just needs to back up. Not really getting much done here. Instead, just staggering themselves more. And it's already 50%. Which means that they're only going to have, at most, 2 fights. 2 fights is not very much, and honestly, this is probably going to be the last fight. Because if they don't take it here, it's already at 61%. They're going to have to rush in with stall heroes to try and touch point, and that's never good. As Coalescence comes down to quickly take down the Immortality, and Beat comes in. Citric able to take down Beyond, though. Before the Beats able to come in, Meppel able to take out Koi. There's just too much spam damage. The Junkrat and the Pharah are just putting in way too much damage for their shields to handle, and no damage even coming in on the side of Army. In fact, I'm pretty sure this is the only ult they've had all map has been the Baptiste ult. And that's just, and a big tire coming in, taking down full supports right away. And that's going to be the end of the map. Pavel taking down another 2. Meppel taking down 4! Meppel popping off on the junk. Not a very picked hero in this meta. As Freaks and Beaks take the first map. Or Freaks and Beak. My bad. The one Beak. A quick 1-0 start. And winning 2-0. The first map was close, but the second map they just got completely rolled. And I think the problem comes in is that they don't exactly have a good hit scan player, or I don't know if they have a good hit scan player because they didn't play hit scan, so I can only assume they didn't have a good hit scan player to actually deal with the Pharah. Pavel just did whatever he wanted that whole entire map, and no one was there to counter him. So they're gonna have to figure out a way to counter him. But we'll see how the next map changes here. I believe the next map is payload maps, which is my personal favorite kind of maps. Payload maps are the best maps. But let's see. I think what's going to happen is that Mage and Beyond are going to have to figure out how to play different heroes than what they're normally accustomed to. You can't run the Mei and the Sim every single map. And I think that's going to come and bite them when a team like US, or I mean Freaks, is just going to run the Farm Mercy into them, because you're not going to be able to do anything. The Mei isn't going to be able to consistently hit the Pharah enough to actually be able to kill it, or kill her. I shouldn't say it. To kill the Pharah, unless he's able to get a headshot. But even then, you're mostly just spamming up into the air. It's 90% luck based. Of course, Mei's a projectile hero, and I don't know. They're gonna have to figure out something, because Havana's one of the best fire maps in the game currently, especially when you pair with a Bastion. And I think if they pair with a Bastion, I think it's going to be very hard for USA to even, or Army to even get past the first point, just because they don't have any damage coming in with the Mei and Sim on the shields or the Pharah. Or I guess they do have it with the shields with Sim, but even then you have to get really, really up close with them, and that's really hard to do in Havana. Long sight lines, a lot of high ground, and I just don't think that this comp is going to work. But I mean, Freaks and Beak played amazing last round. I saw every single player on their team in the kill feed, especially their DPS. The Pharah pick was amazing. Immediately recognizing that Army was running bad heroes to counter the Farm Mercy. So, I mean, we'll figure out here as the teams switch sides, and Army is now going to be attacking first. Wow, Freaks and Beaks are on the defense first. Yeah, I know. Uh, I'm big brain. I can do this. I believe in myself. Oh, I do sound crazy. Mr. Saturn isn't here with me, but he has himself muted to make me look dumb. I have smooth brain, don't have large brain. Anyway, um, we'll see when the teams are ready. Right now, they're just sitting in the lobby. I don't know if they're taking a break, if they just don't want to play, if they're nervous. And both teams are finally ready. And here we go, starting off on the second map of the game. If you're just joining us, currently Freaks and Beaks or Freaks and Beak. I keep getting that confused. I'm sorry. There's only one Beak. Freaks and Beak is currently leading Army 1-0. Um, Freaks on the defense right now, so we'll see how they're going to hold this. I'm pretty sure, if I know meta, which I do, that they're probably going to run the Farm Mercy here, and they're they're probably going to run a Bastion. I think that's by far the best comp to run this map without any contest. That's No, they're coming out with the Mei instead. A pretty good pick here as well. And Army actually coming out with the Bastion instead. Of course, Mage on the Symmetra. We'll see how much they're able to get done on the Sim. Obviously, mostly just there for the shield break. And it does look like they are going to be able to hold the spawn here. Just playing a little sneaky game right now, hiding around the corner. Even though they're about to be
5,
seen in 5
4,
seconds. I
3,
never got that. Like,
2,
why hide around the corner? They know
1.
you're gonna hold there.
Attackers
Just come
incoming.
out and don't be scared.
Stop
Metal coming out with
the
that quick wall, and the Rock actually missing the Bastion. And as the first fight starts, the Pharah raining in damage from behind. Pavel already at 50% of his ult. Pavel at 61. No one's contesting him. He's just sitting there by himself. The Mercy actually caught behind. That was close. Mercy not able to be killed as she was dropped behind enemy lines. Pavel already coming in. 87% ult. Hello, Speed Lemon. Nice of you to join us.
Hello.
How you doing, Lemon?
Well, other than waiting
Wait.
for half an hour for my phone, but it's pretty
I
good.
just want you to know, Pavel just got a 5k with Pharah.
This is not
Beautiful.
your time.
It was gorgeous. He just built up his ult in the first minute of the fight.
You gotta love it.
I mean, I love Pharah. Pharah is such a good hero. As the next fight's starting here, Bastion Tom has yet to work for Army as the window Coalescence comes in, but they're just gonna LOS it, not getting any value out of the window. Metal actually taking down Mage, even though they have the window up. And window dropping down now, the Immortality Field's still up as Pavel continues to put damage in the back. No one even looking at Pavel up there. And already 2 minutes in, Freaks and Beeks Army has yet to move out of the spawn, but Beyond is able to take down the Orisa here. As Bastion ult comes in, but a huge Mei ult comes in, freezing 3 members. And it's just not looking good for Army here. Mepple taken down out of the spawn, but he's going to get res, doesn't even matter. As Beak is on his way back, and the Pharah already has another barrage here. Now, with only 2 minutes left, Army still has yet to push out of the spawn. Getting full health right here as the switch to Hanzo and Reaper finally comes in. Or the switch to Reaper comes in. And Mepple taken down. Pavel killing 2 of the backlines though. I don't know if that's going to be enough, and it's not. Pavel finally taken down. And now with 1.5 minutes left, they're finally able to push out of the Havana spawn. But so much time is taken off. They have to play the rest of this map perfectly, or they're gonna risk getting held on this first point, and that's one of the hardest things to defend. Yeah, this first point is actually really hard to defend, so I'm surprised that they're able to. I'm surprised that they were able to actually hold it here. Next fight starting, Pavel coming in with another barrage. Senin has built up his coalescence. As Barrage comes in, actually not hitting anyone, and he's actually taken down. Made a barrage, not a very good barrage. He barraged while he was on the ground, and a huge Sigma ult comes in, picking up 3, and it does look like Army's gonna be able to cap this first point. Or not cap it. What do you call it on an escort map? Is it pushing it? Do you cap the first point? Do you push it? I don't know. Mr. Saturn, my voice in my head is telling me you cap it. Saturn, you should unmute yourself so my friends can hear you. Next fight starting off here, and this is where I think the problems are going to come in, is this high ground being taken advantage of by Freaks and Beak. But Beak actually pulled down, but Pavel killed 2 in the backline by himself. And this is the problem that they have. They don't have a— oh no. He left his Mercy. Mercy actually able to get out. And that's another thing. Bad Wolf has actually been out of position multiple times. Missing, not able to fly to the Pharah, and they haven't been able to kill the Mercy while she's been in the backline. And in comes a Blizzard, not able to catch anyone, but it does split off the Sigma. Actually, Reaper Beyond actually just fades into the Blizzard, so I guess that's one way to get value out of it if the enemy team decides to run straight head first. And again, they're just holding them here at this first point. The door actually has yet to close. That's how you know they just haven't pushed it anywhere. That's actually one of the first times I saw it. I thought it automatically closed. I didn't know it could still remain open. The payload's inching backwards. Sad. I just swallowed up. water, and I coughed. Big brain shaming plays as the barrage and Bongo comes in, not able to find anyone. Ever since that first barrage, neither barrage has actually killed anyone. Citric actually just walking head first into the dragon, and no one picked up. And again, everyone pressing Q here. Yeah, I can't exactly keep up with it as Koi takes down Beyond takes down Citric. And only the farmers he left, and unless they want to get staggered, they just need to die right now. And it's gonna look a bit iffy if they're even gonna be able to contest this point again. Oh, it's never on anyone's side. Ulticon, it's just... But we'll see if they're able to get a recontest here as the payload slowly goes towards it. They are going to be able to get one recontest here. Actually, Ethel immediately rocked and pulled down, but he walls himself off, and in comes the Blizzard, getting both tanks, and it does look like it's going to be a hold here, and that might be the end of this fight. 23 seconds left. If they don't die right now, they're going to get staggered. Mage taking down Meppel the very end. But with 15 seconds, if they don't switch to a stall hero, I don't know if they're going to be able to touch. 10 seconds, 9, 8, 7, 6, and it doesn't look like they're going to be able to touch. Not switching to a stall hero, Lucio might just be able to touch. Reaper touches at the last second. Literally the last second, and a barrage comes in. Pavel again, not getting anyone with the barrage. But his team's able to clean it up. And that's going to be a second point hold on the side of Freaks and Beak. Well, again, it's like I said, the lack of a good hit scan is what's going to hold Army back in this match and any other matches they might play. Without a hit scan, if any team runs a fire into you, you're just not going to be able to do anything. And it's just been Pavel all game, hitting them in the back, and they haven't been able to do anything about it. And I think that's a major problem for this Army team. And again, Pavel's also playing really good right now. So I mean, you can't take away his good play either. But again, you're combining a good Pharah with a bad team comp to counter her. So, I mean, we'll see how this works out. Again, they're coming out with the Pharah. But it does look like Army is going to play the Bastion. Bastion Sim. Actually, that's a really annoying comp. We'll see how they play it here.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
As the initial fight starts here.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
And here comes the starting fight. Where's the TP? TP playing back, so if they need to TP out, they can. And that's actually a really good strat here. And in comes the initial fight. Pavel taking down Beyond, and they're not going to be able to get a res here, not even running the Mercy here, and they're just trapped now. The TP destroyed. All trapped here while the payload gets pushed forward. Teleporter take it down again, and half of the half the Army team just split off from their main team. And they're going to lose this fight, and they're not going to get a recontest here because they just didn't die for so long, and the contest didn't come in for so long here. Raytheon and Spork dying so much later than everyone else. They're not going to be able to get a full recontest here. And if they try to recontest it, it's just going to set them further back on the second point. As this is they have 5.5 minutes to push it to near the end of second point. They don't even have to push it to the end here. Again, no hit scan player. This is how the match is going to be. You're going to hear me repeat it over and over again. Pavel is not going to die. and no serious long-term hold is going to happen unless Army somehow gets a hit scan. Although in here, it is a lot easier to counter the Pharah in here. Of course, the roof Pharah not able to actually fly up really high in the air. As they continue to take the high ground, and the pole comes in, taking down 4 off the high ground. Baptiste by himself in the corner with his immortality. Mage taking down Citric. Pavel able to take down Mage with his ult. Pavel able to take down Raytheon and Snaz. Beak able to take down Beyond, and the res comes in right in front of the Sigma and the Moira onto Pavel. And this looks like it's going to be a second map take on the side of oh wait, they might get a recontest. I always forget they have the TP, so they get there really fast. As the May wall, or as the Sim wall comes in, my bad. Splitting the payload off and actually giving them a really nice contest. Snaz take it down. As in comes the tire, and Mage taking down the tire. As a very good Blizzard comes in. And actually does look like they're going to be able to hold on for another fight here. Yep. And Army living to fight another day here. 3.5 minutes on the timer now. And no team with a noticeable ult advantage here. Both teams have a tank ult and obviously Coalescence, which is built up every single fight because Coalescence is a fair and balanced ultimate ability. Seems like they're going to take the back, taking behind them here. And the Junkrat Pharah coming back in, and that's going to completely eliminate any shields that Army's going to have here. Beak able to take down Beyond right away as Bongo and comes in, and both Coalescence comes in. A Barrage comes in. Pavel able to take down the Sports. As the Grenade Flux comes in, but he misses. He doesn't hit anyone. And this is going to be a second map take by Freaks and Beaks. Now up in the series 2-0. Second map coming in, 2 CP. I really want to see Anubis played. I want to see someone play Anubis.
Play of the game.
Let me see. There's Anubis, Horizon, Paris. What other? There's. I'm trying to remember. Volskaya. I feel like there's one more. I think I'm missing a map here. Anubis, Horizon, Paris, Volskaya, and Hanamura. That's what it is. As everyone's favorite, 2CP coming in here. Volskaya probably going to be picked. I think that's what most teams are comfortable with here. Although, I would like to see a match on Anubis. Anubis is such a good map. Oh, it does look like someone may have disconnected on the sides of Freaks and Beak. Not sure who. And Speed Lemon, if you're here, we can get you in here.
Yeah, I mean, I posted in the scheduling. I was like, hey, I would appreciate an invite.
I'm sorry.
That's
I
okay.
will.
I was waiting for the round to be over.
Yeah. Saturn, if you have his, do you have his thing? Adam Saturn right now. You Mr. Speed Lemon in here.
I believe that's my battle tag there in chat.
Speed Lemon, we can talk about this on stream. What do you want to cast? You want to do color? You want to do play by play? What do you want to do, Speed Lemon?
I don't really have a preference.
I don't either, Speed Lemon. What if we just talk over each other all game?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right.
We got that scuffed mindset going. Let's go.
Yeah, we got to get really close to our mics and just continuously talk over everyone.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to get viewers.
I think in addition to that, we have to turn up the gain on our mics all the way so we're as loud as humanly possible.
Yeah, we have to sound like this all match.
Yeah.
And we have to get Saturn in here. Saturn can talk with us.
Totally.
We'll have a 3-man casting crew. and we'll just all be talking over each other as close to our mics as possible.
I mean,
See, look at
works.
us.
It works for WWE. It can work for
Yeah,
us.
I mean, I think if we just shout incoherent things, I think people will get excited. I mean, I know, and Volskaya being picked, such a lame map. Volskaya is so dreary. It's just snowy and cloudy, and a bunch of robots. I don't like Volskaya.
Don't alienate our friends from the Midwest
uh,
and Canada and the UK and
imagine
places where
not
it
being
snows.
East Coast though.
Imagine snow.
Yeah, imagine having snow. What losers? Yes,
I
I
grew
live in
I
Florida
grew up in
too.
Chicago, but I live in Central Texas.
Wait, they switched to Hanamar. Yes,
We going to Hanaskaya?
we have to play regular. Sadly, Revolution rules demand it. Silly rule is we got to start a revolution against Revolution. I want my festive maps right now.
We're going to Hanamoira.
Hanamoira. Actually, this is a good pick for Army because if you want to go look at a mage's career profile, Lemon,
I mean, if
uh,
I must.
and just go look at all modes, I'm sure you'll realize why.
Oh, all right. Well, that is
ready. They don't even ask us. They just they don't even care about us. I know.
Mage is leading that one-trick parade.
I I love Army because they have Mage and Beyond who are May Sim one tricks,
Initiating match.
which actually is so good for this meta.
Hey,
Like, this plays
shout out to an anonymous gifter. Struggle Nuts and Moot CS are now subs.
Hey, sub. You should have used your Prime sub on Sir101 on Twitch. Not self plug, I swear.
I mean,
It's for a friend, I swear.
King_Speedlemon is also a valid option.
Just follow. Okay. Give me your Prime sub and then buy a sub to Lemon.
Yeah, I'm good with that. You get more money from purchase subs anyway.
Yeah, I'll give you the higher money. I'll just
How
take the Prime
thoughtful.
sub. Of course. I actually still need to get. I need to get partnered with Twitch. Twitch, hit me up. Give me the partner, please. I want my email right now.
You know, speaking of Hanamoira, Senin is rolling out. It's Senin and Revy. All right, we got the double Moiras.
Yeah. Pavel, you gotta watch Pavel here. Pavel's been absolutely destroying them on the Pharah because they don't have anyone to counter him.
Are we sure that Pavel isn't just Xerxes in disguise?
I don't know. He's a 4K tank player, so.
Yeah, probably not Xerxes then.
I think he's Evil Toaster.
Evil Toaster? I can see it.
Evil Toaster. They're actually playing back on points. They're gonna have to move the TP somewhere else. I like to go left high ground. Take the high ground. Oh, they did it! They're listening to me.
Wow, I'm a little surprised they were able to get that off, but I guess, you know, you got the barriers to protect the Symmetra. It's very possible.
Look at Pavel. He's just gonna sit in the back and hit them, and they're not gonna do anything about it.
Well, Meeple's actually gonna get the first kill in this fight, taking out Orisa. That's gotta be rough. And now, yeah, Meeple and Citric and Pavel just kind of wiping the floor with the team. It was a good setup, but ultimately, you know, I guess you could say that the Academy was hooked on Phonics because they had that read.
You want to look at Pavel's ult charge?
Well,
Pavel already has an ult. Pavel's playing insane. I mean, he's had an ult like every single fight. Yeah, essentially every minute. I want them to go through the. Oh, I wanted them to TP in front of him so he just barrage the TP and kill 6. He's going above them here. I'm excited. Here it comes. Here it comes.
No, no, oh, no.
Yo, that was a huge Maywall. That was actually a big brain Maywall.
That was a big brain Maywell because it just totally shut off the Orisa from the rest of the team. And, you know, I just want to point out that the team names are switched, and it was very confusing to me for a moment there. Okay. It was just really throwing me off.
You just gotta look for Beak. It's Freaks and Beak.
Oh, so I do. I thought that was just epic troll.
Oh my god, they have a hit scan. Lemon,
I mean, we'll see if the hit scan. I mean, we'll see if the hit scan can do anything. I mean, getting the dynamite off, good start, but they need a follow-up. Then it doesn't really look like they have it.
I think it's just gonna be hard because Fire can play so passive on Hanamura, and you just can't get any sightlines on her.
Yeah, I mean, that's got to be a bit rough. There comes Citric with the Graviton Flux, slams down a couple people, sending with the follow-up onto Revy and Koi, and yeah, it's gonna be back to spawn.
Bye, Mage.
For,
Mage just backpedaled
Army.
back. Mage just backpedaled back to spawn as all the ults came in. Mage actually almost has a bob already. Oh, look at the sneaky Pharah in the back.
Man, this is it's a little bit brutal right now.
Again, I think, and I've said this all match, it's just the lack of a hit scan most of the time, or a good hit scan player to actually take care of Pavel here. Because they have to win this match, or draw at least.
Mage is landing the hits with the dynamite and shooting it in the air, so they at least can aim. We know that.
Yeah.
But okay, there we go. I mean, not the most optimal trade in the world, but Mage is starting to get some work done for the side of the army.
I mean, they have the spawn advantage here. They just need to get their spawns back. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
not good.
With the military's budget, you'd think that they'd be able to put something together here.
Just put some oil on point, and I'm pretty sure they easily cap it. American Army does always like to go for the oil, after all. Nice
Something like
Maywall.
Oh man, the shot's in now. May actually is able to get the Blizzard off. Both Mays actually were able to get their Blizzard off. Not a whole lot of follow-up from either team there, although Citric will fall, but Pavel and Meeple are gonna just kind of run wild. No one's touching point, and round one's complete. We need a full hold coming out from the U.S. Army here if they want to stay alive in this.
To be fair, I mean, they're gonna run May Sim, so I mean, that's a pretty decent strat for a full hold. I mean, just the Pharah. Pavel all game.
To me, that's the issue. Looking at the scoreboard so far, it doesn't really look like they've been able to do a whole lot against Freaks and Beaks. Freaks and Beaks always a consistent team, so you have to wonder what the play is here to tie it. And if they do tie it, they then have to go and win a couple more maps.
Is this Division 1?
This is Division 1.
Division 1. These are the high-tier, high-skilled players out here. The big boy players.
And the odd thing is there's not a huge discrepancy in the players' ratings. In fact, yeah, it looks like the Army Overwatch Academy has a couple more players that are above 4,000.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think it's just the inability to play hit scans that's really killing them. They just haven't played hit scans all game.
I mean, Mage was doing well in that last round, but
it's just like the willingness to play a hit scan is the problem. Because again, they're coming out without a hit scan.
Yeah, Mage is actually the highest SR player in the match currently, with 4,400.
Mage popping.
Yeah, and I was kind of thinking that they were one of the higher tiered players just based on their crazy accuracy.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good player. It's just they don't want to run the hit scans. But I mean, it doesn't matter here. I mean, they're running all close range heroes here.
What you got going on there, Pavel? That doesn't look like Pharah to me.
It's just ground Pharah.
Ground Pharah.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Oh, the TP. He just
Hella Pharah.
Here he goes. He's sending them in.
Disgusting.
That's he's on the backline by himself though. No one's killing him. Oh,
yeah, I mean, it ain't easy being cheesy, and especially not on that push there. It looks like Army's going to be able to fend off this first fight. Maybe Meeple's kind of doing some work. Oh my!
Wait, big shatter. Beak. Okay, Beak. Beak really wants to win this game. Okay, Beak. Give him
Calm
the
down.
kill.
Calm down, Beak.
And that's going to be a 3-0 victory for the sides of... Oh, wait. Wait.
God.
Oh.
Another one.
And
There it is.
That's going to be a... Wait. Oh, okay, wait. Names are switched. Names are switched. And that's going to be a 3-0 victory for Freaks and Beak. Again, not playing the fourth map. This is playoffs after all. Senin, again, still going to play the game. Moira, Pog.
Speaking of fourth map, next season of the Overwatch League, there will be no fourth map.
That's good.
No map of shit.
I mean, Shock is gonna 3-0 everyone anyway, so it's like it doesn't matter. I just want my Spark to be
Outlaws.
good.
It's nice to be
Outlaws are pretty good.
Outlaws are looking kind of scary.
Shanghai, I think, has a lot of good pickups here.
Valiant is a Pepka tier now, along with Titans.
That's true. Dropping Bumper in a Rhine meta. What a big brain play.
No, both those teams just like picked up a grenade and pulled the pin and goes, "What does this do?" And then just held it till it exploded in their faces.
I mean, with Bumper out of the league, I think Super is the best Reinhardt in the league right now.
probably,
I think even with Bumper, he's probably still the best. Bumper's up there though. Bumper's probably second best Reinhardt in the league.
The thing that I find interesting is like fact fiction can't cost all that much, right?
Yeah.
Like his contract can't be worth a ton, but he was like killing it with the team. Like the team had really good synergy, and they're like, "Oh, we're just gonna drop everyone." I'm like, "What are you doing?"
Bumper's a free agent, but Chipsa gets picked up. Makes sense.
Yeah, I surely couldn't have anything to do with his brother being in a high position within the company.
Definitely not. Why?
Surely
Why would
not.
that? No, of course not.
Surely, his last name isn't Trump, and he's not using his his family's name to get ahead in life.
I'm willing to bet Chipsa does not play 1 minute all season.
That would be kind of hilarious.
I wanted Harblue to get picked up. I thought someone would pick up Harblue.
Here's my question, because I'm not too familiar with Chipsa.
Mm-hmm.
Is he? I know he's a streamer, right?
Yeah. He's like
how popular is he?
He averages like 1.4K per stream.
I mean, I'm okay. Like that's pretty. I mean, that's merch. That's merch money that you're moving there.
Yeah. The problem is his hero pool
you
consists of Doomfist and Genji.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes you just have to go for a popular hero pick or a popular person pick. Like that was XQC for
Dallas. I mean that was the whole Dallas field team, to be honest.
Yeah, and kind of the Outlaws to a lesser extent.
Yeah, I mean they got Jake, who's a pretty popular streamer. Jake
is like the face of the Overwatch League, and that has definitely been helpful to the Outlaws.
I mean, yeah, even though he's an iffy DPS. Agilities, though. I'm excited to watch Agilities next season.
I mean, the face of the league doesn't have to be the best player. This isn't like the NBA.
Yeah.
To quote XQC, when has a spot in the league ever been determined by merit?
True. Listen, speaking of NBA, Lakers, best team in the NBA.
No opinion. I don't watch.
I do.
Sports.
Filthy
casual.
Filthy casual. Yeah, but the problem with Chipsa is his hero pool consists of Genji and Doomfist. That's his hero pool. That's it. That's what he plays.
Hey, you know what they say? It'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah, they do be like that sometimes.
Yeah, if Genji or Doomfist ever come into the meta,
just dive meta.
Yeah.
If dive becomes meta, I still think Shocker is.
I will be sad.
I like dive meta.
I don't.
I like that. I just want to play Ryan already.
Everyone complains about goats, but they forget the nightmare that was dive.
Dive was so good.
Dive was good for the first month, like every other meta, and then it stopped being fun. and everyone was
Okay.
like, "Okay, it's time to move on." Like, every
Okay.
single meta has outstayed its welcome, and people seem to forget that. Goats was easily the best meta
I love goats.
as far as, like, from a commentary perspective and from a team perspective,
Yeah.
because dive to me is very, individual skill based. Um,
Well, I think it's also about like cutting off. Like, I think it requires a lot of communication. I think it's up there with goats on communication level because you have to like call the target you're gonna dive, then you have to call targets that get spread out by the dive, and then you have to dive the targets that got spread out from your original dive.
I mean, I can agree to that, but at the same time, for me at least, it's the best way to word it. Goats requires more like team synergy.
Yeah,
You
that's
know, like
true.
move, like
Yeah.
you
'Cause, I mean, it's
gotta,
essentially dive with 3 tanks and 3 DP or 3 healers. That's kinda
yeah.
what it is.
And
Just,
then
like, running into them.
towards the end, when 3-3 actually became like the healthiest meta we ever had, and it became
Yeah.
like the triple and quad DPS metas.
Oh, that was so fun playing
th-
Hammond with 3
That was a
DPS.
that was a good week.
Deathball was so fun to play. But I think double shield meta is by far the worst meta that's, like, come around.
Double
Just
shield is annoying, but it's not the worst, I would say.
I just think it's not. He thinks dive.
I think dive is the worst. Yeah.
Ryan Zario. I think Ryan Zario was the best meta. That was such a fun meta.
Oh, that was the meta that I started casting during. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think Ryan Zario is by far the best meta. I think Goats is up there, probably at second. I think
I think the best one is that I think was that couple weeks, the stage 3 meta. The stage 3 meta of season 2
yeah,
of like it was because there was a variety.
yeah. But I mean, I think that's what I like about 222 a lot, especially just in Overwatch League though, is just like we're able to see like high skilled DPS again in
Yeah.
games. And we don't have to just sit and watch all our favorite DPS players get benched and everyone just play support in DPS or I mean tank.
So what
Because that
happened to Pine? Who did Pine piss off?
I don't know.
'Cause
Pi-
he kind of did a death.
He did. I think one of the Overwatch League players got banned from Twitch too.
Yeah, but his account was reinstated because it wasn't really his fault.
Yeah.
I can't remember who it was, but I know he was playing with someone and like they they did bad or something, so he was like, "Yo, like what the heck?" And I guess he was also streaming, but he was like a very small streamer. So
Yeah.
all of this person's like viewers just went over and started harassing him. I'm like, "All right, that's not cool," but really not, you know, he wasn't
Yeah.
calling for it or anything. Like even
Nah.
not even like in an implying way like, "Hey, you should go harass this person." It was just
Yeah.
unfortunate people being shitty on the internet.
I mean that's essentially what all streamers is if anyone calls them out, you always get a bunch of like people going to their streams, and it's just unfortunate that people suck.
Yeah. You know
But
what doesn't suck though? Revolution Overwatch.
you know what doesn't suck? Giving me and Lemon your primes. I think that's the best thing you can do. I think that
One
puts you up there with like Saints.
I'm currently playing free for all where I'm in a never-ending fight with an Ana. They're just backing up, shooting my shield. My shield recharges by like before they have a chance to knock it down. Then they sleep me when I try to charge them.
Saturn, are
It's
we still streaming? Are they just listening to the conversation?
okay. All right. Chill. I'm good. I mean, I'm good. I'm good with this turning into a
A
podcast
chill
for the
stream.
next hour and a
I mean,
half.
yeah, podcast. Yo, I've always wanted to do a podcast. Podcasting sounds like so much fun. I mean, we have another hour until the next game starts.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, I think Shape might be on. It's Sir. It was my original Xbox 360 name.
Mr. Sir.
Yes. But it was my original it was my Xbox 360 name I had, and then when I went to Xbox One, I had that name for a while, and then Xbox One did this really bad thing, which everyone hated, where they would consistently log you out of your account for security checks or whatever, and you'd have to log back in. And because I had that account for so long, I completely forgot the password, and all my information on there was completely different, so I wasn't able to get the account back. So I lost the surname for a really long time, and then I switched to PC, like the start of season 15, or like midway through season 15, and so I was able to get my surname back, and I was really happy, and that's why I started
Your
playing PC.
your surname.
We can if he wants to come on.
Oh, hey
Uh,
Bastion, what's up?
it was like the guy with the really, really long name.
Pavel?
Yeah, Pavel. Pavel Gtbtb. He was killing it, man. Destroyed them.
Yeah, that was
Thank you.
that was not nice. You
Okay,
are a
okay.
bad man.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I did
You
what I had to do.
you pressed M1 and
Mhm.
you eliminated a lot of people. Is that
Yeah,
better,
I held
Speed
it
Lemon?
down most of the time.
Yeah. So what do you think enabled you to be that like dominant during the match?
It's just the nature of double shield with
That's true.
brawly DPS. I'm
It,
just
it was
free.
it was kind of fun watching you sit in the back and build up your ult every 30 seconds.
It was fun for me too.
It was fun for me to watch it. You're in our podcast right now because the match is over and we've just been talking. We've
Alright.
turned it into a podcast.
Yeah, it's the Joe Lemon experience.
The Jill- yes, I hope you're happy to be on the most successful podcast currently on Twitch.
Good. Just let me know when we cut to the Audible ad.
Yeah.
Of course, of course. Have you guys
We
heard of
actually
Raid
we have
Shadow Legend?
we have I was gonna go
Dollar
with Dollar
Shave
Shave
Club.
Club, but yeah, Raid Shadow Legends is the shill of the month.
It's the Shield Month. Quality console graphics.
Now, do you know what I like doing more than anything else in the world?
What do you like doing, Speed Lemon?
I like reading, but I feel like I never have time with my
Ha-
commute to work and having to be bad at video games. I mean, there's just so much to do in a day.
Of
But you
course.
know
So
what
how do you
really
fix
helps?
this? How do
You
you
know what
fix
really
this?
helps?
What?
Audible and their wonderful selection of audiobooks. I just listened to Catcher in the Rye, the worst thing ever made. And I still hate it all these years later, but you know what? I was able to actually listen to it instead of having to read it and suffer that way.
Wow. I mean, that's amazing.
Yep, they also have good books on there too.
Of course.
I was actually listening to, what is it, Fahrenheit 451?
Oh, fair. That's
That's
actually
yeah.
good. Yeah,
that's actually a
Fahrenheit
good book.
451
Yeah,
is
like
actually
that's
Well, I
really
was
good.
listening to it during the match because that's how hot my Pharaoh was.
Oh, yes. I mean, what better way to cool off during a match than, just laying back and
Smoking them strats.
just listening to your favorite book. Speaking of listening, have you guys heard of Spotify?
Spotify gives you all the music that you want at an affordable monthly price.
And if you don't want to pay the monthly price, you just watch ads. You just get to listen to me and Speed Lemon talk about ads between your songs. I mean, what better way to spend your day?
I mean, you could do literally anything else. It'd
Okay,
probably be
all I'm
better.
saying is I looked up copy pasta ads, and the first thing that came up was a Blizzard forum talking about how that you shouldn't copy and paste ads. Saturn. Oh, Saturn. You're not going to be able to stream our podcast. Oh.
He probably will.
You gotta ask him, Speed Lemon. I better.
Yeah, but like he's annoying. Oh no, that's fine. He knows him. He knows I just give him crap all the time. I've known him for like a year and a half now. I get to.
I'll ask him.
He should be less scuffed if he wants people to be nice to him. Just putting that out there.
I said we're doing a podcast. We need a stream key.
Yeah.
Anything
Like,
you'd
for a
like to
couple-
plug?
Yeah, plug things. Plug your Twitch, your teammates' Twitch. I said Twitch, whatever. Just plug anything.
I can't even spell my own Twitch name, so that's fine.
Can you plug an ad for us?
That's
Can you
okay,
plug-
because I can't read.
I'm illiterate.
Oh, really?
Because I
Hey,
can't read.
Soldier needs an
like every
email.
other hockey fan.
Right.
Why does Soldier need an email?
I don't know. He needs it for the stream key. I don't. Outro. Wait, but we can't. We need to figure out a good ad. I think we just plug an ad as our outro. Have you guys heard of the most refreshing beverage? Coca-Cola.